Alright, people. What's up, party people? So, I told you guys that if there was something that you wanted to see or you wanted me to talk about, if you wanted me to do some impersonations, if you wanted to see my sweet, sweet dance moves, it's a joke. Okay, but if you wanted to see something in particular, if there's something you wanted to do, make sure you comment down below here to let me know. So I got hit up about someone wanted me to talk about pleasuring your mate. Alright, whether it's male or female, whatever. Okay, here's a couple of things I'm going to address. A couple of things that were brought to my attention from females and males. Okay, look, ladies, I'm going to be real. This may be a little bit graphic, but let's be real today, okay? If you are one of those people who don't believe like in shaving your legs and your armpits and all that stuff, don't expect for a guy to want to pleasure you, you know, in the spot where you pee. Yeah, don't expect them to want to do that because not everybody likes, coughing up hairballs every now and then. Just saying. Let's be real, okay? Like, let's put it all out there on the table, okay? You can't expect for a man to want to eat what you're cooking when you're not preparing that food properly, all right? Guys, this goes for you too. Nobody wants to see your Mufasa jungle wild hair going on, okay? Trim that shit up, keep it proper and nice, and then maybe you'll get some knowledge going your way, okay? Just to put it that way. Alright, this is not all going to just be about sex, FYI, but that's just some of the stuff that was brought to my attention. Okay, as far as besides just sex goes, ladies and gents, you need to make sure that you are taking the time to satisfy your partner's needs. When I say needs, I mean more than just sex. I mean their emotional needs, their physical needs, their spiritual needs. You need to be able to satisfy all this because if you can't do that, I guarantee somebody else can and will. So, you might want to do what you're supposed to because if not, you're going to catch yourself slipping and come home early from a deployment or from your work or something and find your spousal unit or your girlfriend or boyfriend laid up with the next man or woman. Alright? Let's be real. Let's put it out there. Alright? Okay. So, if you do what you're supposed to do, you won't have these problems. So some of the things that you may want to do. Alright? Guys, well, I'm one of those people that I love the smell of fresh flowers. I don't do roses, but I do love flowers. So, every once in a while, my husband will just come home for no reason, and he'll go buy me fresh flowers and have them in the vase or vase when I get home, just so I know that he was thinking about me because he knows that I love him. So that's one thing. Um, Guys, it's not hard. Sometimes you may feel like your woman wants a lot from you, but really, they don't. Now, let me retract that. Not all of them, excuse me, want for you to do or give them things to compensate or to make them feel loved or whatever. Sometimes it only takes you picking up the phone just to say, hey, baby, I was thinking about you today, and I thought I should let you know by giving you a call. Just wanted you to know that you crossed my mind today and that I love you. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's for you to just say something simple. Or if you are on Facebook or Twitter, just to tweet them or send them a little message on Facebook. Hey, baby, thought about you today. Love you. Have a good day. Text message. I mean, little things like that you may think is stupid may be a big deal to her. So you should take time to do that. Ladies, that's reciprocal. You can do the same thing. Guys may not seem like they want those type of things, but you'll be surprised. Don't get them flowers though, because apparently that's gay. Men aren't supposed to get flowers, because I learned that. I got my husband a plant, and he was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with a plant?" Okay, so don't apparently don't get them plants or flowers because that's gay. It's homosexual. Um, so moving on. Okay, as far as other little things you can do, um, ladies, say your man comes home from a long day and he had a rough day. You can run him a bath water or run him a bubble bath just like he can do the same for you. Go in there, put some candles around the tub, put the water on, let him get in the tub and soak. And guys, you can do the same thing for your ladies. This is a two-way street. It's about being 50-50 in this relationship of you pleasing your mate. It's not all about one doing more than the other. You have to take care of each other in these relationships, and you'll have to find whatever works for that person that you're with. You may not have a person who likes, all the little things and they want extravagant gifts and all that. Could be a gold digger, I'm just saying. But, like most people like the little things because little things equal up to big things. When I say spiritual needs of your significant other or wife or whatever, husband, that doesn't necessarily mean going to church, but you guys could just sit, and if they are religious, because not everybody is, you can just say a prayer together, look at a Bible verse, whatever. But that's not just what the spiritual part is. It's a little bit more about a little bit more than that, but I don't really want to go into that too much because not everybody feels like they want to connect with that or they're into the spiritual needs aspect. So we won't touch that as much. But you do have to realize that it's more than just sex in a relationship. You have to be friends with this person. You have to be able to just sit and talk. If you can't just sit and talk and communicate with your other person, then it's going to be hard for your relationship to carry on if you can't just sit and just talk about how was your day, babe? What did you do? Was it stressful? Sometimes your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend just needs to vent. Just let them vent. Let them talk. Say whatever they need to say. But they just want you to listen, just to be that ear for them. You have to be able to be there for your other person. Whether it's just a phone call because you know that person had a bad day and you call, baby, I know your day was rough and I can't be home yet because I'm doing this or I'm at work, but just know when I get there, we're going to talk about it and I'm going to show you. And I know, guys, that it's not easy to be, emotionally attached or because a lot of guys find themselves being, emotionally detached from being able to do things like that. And they feel like it's hard for them to express their feelings the way that we do. There are some guys who can do that, but not a lot. And they find themselves being, they don't know what to say to you if you're going through a rough time where they feel detached and they're just sitting back. They're watching you. They know you're upset. They know you're hurting, but they don't know how to reach out to you to make things better. Don't think that they're not thinking of you and they're not trying to understand what you're going through because a lot of times they are. They just don't know how to approach you to let you know, hey, babe, I understand and I'm sorry you're going through this rough time and I know you're hurting, but just know I'm hurting watching you hurt. Sometimes it's just hard for men, to be able to say those things or to say those words. But just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean they don't understand what you're going through or that they understand you're going through a rough time. It's just not easy for everybody to put those actual words out there. I know for me, if there's something that I want to say or I want to get across to my husband and I don't know how he's going to take it, instead of me not saying anything, because communication is key in any relationship, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a partnership at work, whatever it is, you have to communicate, because if you can't communicate to each other, then things are going to be held in, and when it's held in like that and bottled up, it takes a little thing that will make you snap and be like, oh my God, and lose your mind. So you have to communicate those things. So for me, if I feel like I can't say what I need to say, then I will write a letter, or send a text message or send an email just to get across what I want him to know, without causing an argument or whatever, just so that communication is taking place. And usually, we'll go back and forth via that email or that text or whatever, but sometimes it's easier to talk that way than to talk face to face. But moving into the sexual aspect, because I know I started out with that very graphically. Okay, look, guys. Just because you're packing does not mean you know what you're doing. And guys, just because you're not packing and you're lacking does not mean that you don't know what you're doing. Because tables could be turned and you may be average or below average, but you still know what you're doing and you're still satisfying your lady. I just learned in my human sexuality class that size really does not matter, because the female is going to conform to whatever your size is. And as long as you know what you're doing with what you have, then you can pleasure her if you're doing it correctly. Size is not an issue whatsoever. Some females may say it is, but physically it's not an issue. Size doesn't matter. It's just what that person knows how to do with it. Ladies, look, I know some of us are very prude in our ways when it comes to what happens in the bedroom. Some ladies only just they want the man to do all the work and they just want to lay there and not do anything. Word of advice, that's not going to keep your person around, really, because there's someone else who's willing to do more than what you do. So even if it's just, normally that's what you prefer to do, you have to throw something else in there every once in a while to spice it up, so that way your man don't leave you. Even if it's just a little bit of knowledge here and there, something. You gotta figure it out and figure out what works for you. If it's you buying a nice little sexy outfit here and there, or having some chocolate covered strawberries, or some strawberries with chocolate, and whatever you need to do to add spice to your relationship every now and then. You have to keep it new. You have to keep it fresh. That don't mean start introducing other people to your relationship, because that don't necessarily work out in your favor either. It may seem good at first, but eventually somebody gonna get caught up and start creeping. That's normally what happens. Except for you people who, swing. I know a lot of people swing nowadays, and I don't know how y'all do it, because that is not for me. Can't do it, won't do it, not happening. But yeah, that's not the ideal situation, because eventually somebody will catch feelings, and it'll be more than just a threesome here and there. It will be the twosome with the two people creeping in the whole scenario. But like I said, shave, wax, whatever y'all need to do, males and females, because hairballs is not the business. People gagging on your pubic, aka public hairs, it's not cute. It's not cute. It's not the business. And not everybody is as flexible as you want them to be, so don't be trying to bend them up like a pretzel. If they tell you that hurts, it hurts. It probably does. Not everybody is a human pretzel, okay? Stop trying to put everybody's legs behind their head, because not everybody's legs can go behind their head. Just saying. Being realistic here, people, okay? I speak the truth. It may not be your truth, but it's somebody's truth somewhere, okay? I'm just saying. And lastly, because I'm going to go ahead and end this, because it's a pretty lengthy video. And don't forget, comment below if you like what I know and you want me to keep imparting my wisdom unto you. But no, seriously, if there's something else you want to see here, I do impressions. I do voices. I was only a child for a while. It's how to keep myself entertained, but let me know. Contact me. Follow me on Twitter at Cythina 6. Cynthina 6. On Twitter. And let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear. Alright. Cheers, mate. It was nice talking to you all, and I bid you a farewell. It's time for me to go have some tea and crumpets, yeah? And I'm going to carry my ass to bed, yeah? Because I have a early morning ahead of me. So, love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out, okay? Cheers.